This is East Tennessee music scene on the rise, and I am Bobby Moore. This is not Scott Thomas, by the way. He's got the day off. But we're sitting here today with the Red Vinyl Gypsies. Jimmy, Julie, Alec, we just had you in last week.
What's up?
Why don't you guys,
Sup.
Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves, starting with you and working our way down?
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, well, all right. Well, Red Vinyl Gypsy actually started with me and my wife, Julie. And we actually played here on open mic night one night. And actually, we just started writing songs, started doing, looking for other musicians. We had a couple people that, one of us, actually Tim Monroe, played on our CD for us and did a fabulous job. And not to take anything away from Alex, because he's doing a great job too.
Alex is like mini Tim, so it's okay.
Yeah. So, but Tim was nice enough to do the album, and he did a great job. He was just wanted to venture onto other things like doing cover bands and stuff like that. We were kind of looking for a bigger picture other than cover bands, you know. But we gave him props and stuff like that, and put them on the CD and everything. And so far, as you know, we've got Alex, and we have
a bass player too, Chris Vaught.
Yeah, but he's
who
not
had to
here.
work today.
Yeah.
Shame on Chris
Yeah.
for being responsible.
But is Julie our lead singer?
Julie,
Are you done?
Yeah. You can do the rest.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you're from?
I'm married to him.
I'm very good.
I'm going to play this later.
I've been in Tennessee for 6 years because of this guy. I'm a glass blower, and I have an MFA in art, and I met him and became a lead singer. Scary. So now we are traveling around and playing gigs and excited because we're going to the Whiskey A Go-Go next month, opening for Pretty Boy Floyd. And we hooked up Civil Strife on that too, so they get to go with us. And we're very excited about that. Tennessee's actually taken over the Whiskey A Go-Go that night because there's even another band that's from Tennessee that's gotten on the bill. So
Other than Silver Stripe.
yeah, we're taking over. Tennessee's taking over California.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
And California's my stomping grounds. That's where I grew up. So it's kind of cool to get to go home.
Oh, yeah.
And that dream that I had at 15, I'm fulfilling at 53.
So it's kind of amazing you had to go all the way across the country, and now you have to go back to fulfill that dream.
Yeah, it's not fair, but
Yeah, I'm Alex. I'm from Knoxville, grew up here. I'm friends with the guys from Civil Strife, Alan and Vince and them, and they knew I was a drummer. I've been drumming for quite some time, and they told me about this band. They said they're looking for somebody, and the Whiskey A Go-Go came up. They're like, hey, you could get on board and go play with them too, and so they got me a CD. I met them at a gig, and we just tried it out, and it's good music, good stuff, good songwriting, and so I was like, all right, we can do this, and yeah, so I've been on for not very long, maybe maybe a month or so, yeah, maybe 2 months, but so far so
across the
good.
country with them.
Night.
yeah, so far so good, and it's been a good time, good run.
Good. So where are you guys pulling like your influence for your music and everything? It's got a really kind of different vibe from what most other musicians are doing here in the music scene. So
Well, I think because we're older.
let's not
80s.
let's not go older.
Well, we're a little more mature.
There you go.
I don't know.
Make us all feel better, please.
Yeah.
We come from an era of really great music that people are still listening to. But we were heavily influenced by that, of course. You've got Blondie and Joan Jett and just everybody from the 80s, that really, and we have different taste. Even though I was into Motley Crue, he was really into Motley Crue.
Yep.
I was really into
I
Journey.
can't tell at all.
No. But I mean, I was Journey. My dream
Misfits, though.
My dream was to sing with Steve Perry. That was, I thought that would be the ultimate life goal.
Yeah.
I had friends that hung out with Vince Neil and those guys. They didn't impress me.
But I was also influenced, growing up in upstate New York, by a lot of punk bands. So that's where our pop punk kind of thing, alternative kind of come in, because I grew up listening to Misfits. I grew up listening to Black Flag, and you got famous bands like that are made it really. Green Day's really, they're very popular now, and so I was like for years fighting between, because I like a lot of different genres. I mean, punk rock. I mean, some people don't, some people do. I do. I like old time rock and roll. I mean, heavy metal. There's not much I don't like. So it's, but kind of putting them influences, and then she had some influences that I had, and so we were like, let's collaborate these influences and put them together, and I think that's what we were like, these are going to be some catchy songs. So, and to me, a catchy song is way better than something that if you want to listen to something, you want to be able to nod your head. If it catches your interest and you're going to nod your head, to me, that's a good songwriting. That's why bands like Blondie and Green Day and all these, they've had several songs that were really good that made.
It's that universal theme.
Yes.
If everybody can relate to it, it's going to be catchier than if I'm just writing about secrets I have.
Yeah, because they don't understand your secrets.
Yeah, I mean, my secrets are not, but if they're secrets everybody shares.
Yeah.
I mean, money doesn't grow on trees. Who hasn't been broke?
Drinking on down.
Who hasn't been drunk?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, there's just
songs like that is like people can relate to. I mean, like Drinking on Down. I mean, when she started writing lyrics for that song, I was like, that is very cool. Because that's like, you go to any bar or any party, and you say, is everybody drinking it on down? And then they hear that song, they relate to it, and they're like, I remember that song. That song was great, So that's the kind of stuff that we like to write. That stuff that they hear it, and then they're like walking out, after the show, and they're going, drinking on down.
everybody says they hear our songs and
they
singing them
It's like
2 and 3 days later.
It's like an earworm. You just can't
It's like sticking in your head, and you just like you're walking out and you're singing it, So to me, that's what people like,
And I'm interested to see what this guy and Chris are going to bring when we start writing more.
Yeah.
Because they've got even different. He's the same age as my youngest daughter.
Yeah.
But he's got an old soul.
Yeah, very much.
He's got a very old soul.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's going to be interesting, and I love Fall Out Boy and stuff like that because of my daughter and that the pop punk scene. She and I grew up she grew up with me singing it, too.
Yeah.
Because of her. And so I think that they'll bring even more of that kind of vibe into it. And then Chris likes stoner rock, which is hilarious because he doesn't look the part. But when we just jam together, these things start coming out. Black Sabbath, yeah, very much. And who doesn't love Sabbath?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be a fool. I mean, they're icons. And these things come into the jamming that I think is going to really evolve Red Vinyl Gypsies even further. And I mean, we've got 5 new songs written already, and we're like looking towards the next album already. And
we're really new, so
getting excited.
Even though we've been together for quite a while, it's actually as a group with Alex and Chris. It's just it's a blessing really because they're really good and they
fit with us.
Yeah, we have fun with them. And to me, that's a lot about music. If you don't have that fun, it's not, what's the sense?
Yeah. Well, him and I had the conversation last week when we interviewed his other project that I was unaware that so many of the younger generation were so into music from our generation.
I know.
And
It's crazy.
he said it's, talking to his friends that are his age or a little bit younger,
Yeah.
and they're just all into Zeppelin and stuff like that.
I know,
Oh,
right? That was
absolutely.
So, but it is going to be neat to see, this generation and that generation collaborate
together.
Yeah.
and,
Exactly.
see what comes of that.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
excited
that'd
because
be very interesting to me. to
I mean,
see.
we like the fusion. We don't want to be stuck in a pocket,
Yeah.
I don't want to be one thing. I've never been one thing. He's never been one thing, and I doubt he's ever been one thing, and we can mix it up. And then there's bound to be somebody that likes something
Yeah.
that you do, wherever you go.
We are pushing this really as much as we can for the limited time that we've been together, and we are really going with it. And it just, we look at it like this: just do it and have fun,
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do. I mean, we want to get out there and do it. So I mean, like she said, the collaboration of them guys and us, and it's putting everything together, and we're fresh still. It's still, there's no telling how it's going to all turn out, and that's the beauty of it, really. So it's not planned.
So you were saying you guys have already been to the studio and recorded one album?
Yeah, we have one album, Bohemian Tapestry's done. See My Cape Productions, Quincy Fullwiler.
Great shape.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, we love him. He
did a great job.
He did a
He's a
great
good guy.
job and just a great person. He's, Quincy. So our first album, and we got it done, and Tim helped us out with doing the drums and everything, as Jimmy said earlier. But now we're like a new dynamic, so it's really kind of exciting.
Yeah, it was different because Tim played the drums, I played the bass and guitar. We got all the tracks done, and then we went over it, and Julie did the vocals, and it was really cut and dry kind of thing. I mean, we wanted to do a CD that was kind of like the way we are live.
Yeah.
We could have sat in there and done like a lot of bands and put this in that and this, and we just decided, you know what? Let's just do it like we're going to do it.
Well, there's
live,
nothing worse than
you know?
going to a show and they don't sound anything
Anything
like
like-
their
yeah. Yes.
CD.
You know.
It's
Experience that
like,
quite a lot.
and I don't have, I'm not Superwoman when it comes to singing. So you're getting the raw me anyway.
Yeah.
I've got a deep voice and it, it is what it is.
Not
So
going to change it up on the CD. And
you
throw any
put a bunch of
effects.
effects
Yeah.
on there,
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
Quincy did a great job.
Yeah, he
and
did.
He worked with us and everything because we're not rich, and he worked with us pretty good on it and everything. And she came along and just put everything together after that, and we got the CDs made, and we started doing more merch. Now we got more merch, and so.
And the shows are lining up. I
Yeah,
mean, we've
we're
got,
starting shows.
we had Last Days of Autumn last night, which anybody that goes there, try the pineapple beer. Oh my God. And that was the best part of that place. But we've got the Brickyard on the
Brickyard.
6th of July. We're playing with, we've got Worn Out Souls and Juggernaut Stomp opening for us.
Yeah.
And we're really excited about that and getting in with those guys. And then
They
on
rock.
July 12th, we are hosting a big jam fest at Iams.
Oh, that's cool.
At the beginning, we were struggling to get shows and stuff because we weren't proven and stuff. And so I went to my friend at Iams and I was like, hey, can we do this? And she trusted me enough to say, yeah, we can do this. So, and hopefully, it was also a thing to try to raise funds to get us to California.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And
Like I said, it's great too that a band such as yours can start becoming its own little entity and support itself.
Yeah.
To kind of put the money back into it. And
yeah,
fund yourself getting out of state.
we put everything goes
Yeah.
into it.
It's just a lot better when you don't have to work every day, and then you take that money and try to cram it into a band. When
Oh, we
you've
do
got-
that too.
When you've got so many other deals and stuff, though, it's just to me, it's better to make the band fund itself. if
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I mean, and that's what I've been running my own art business for years.
Yeah.
40 years. And so my deal with this was, and even when I was managing Something Wicked, is if you're not self-sustainable, if it's not treated like a business, then you might as well not do it. I mean, everybody can have a fun hobby.
Yeah.
But where are you going to go with a hobby? You're going to play on Sunday at somebody's backyard.
Friday or Saturday.
I want more than that. I know he wants more than that. I know he wants more than that. We got places to go and people to see. And,
well, see, that's why we kind of, but we can't really do it ourselves. So we kind of, that's why we brought Silver Strife with us, because when we told them that, we got a show at the Whiskey Go-Go, they were like, oh my God, yes.
And Alan was like, I'm from California. I'm like, yeah, me too,
So it makes more sense to have, because bands have to unite together.
And that's the thing that I see happening here in Knoxville, and I'm really getting excited about it. There was a long time here that it was very cliquish. And if you were not in the clique,
you ain't.
On you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's still that way to a degree. But some of us are ganging together, and we're just taking over.
That comes with everybody playing shows together, though,
and working together, not being in competition.
Yeah, it's no such,
we interviewed Matthew Edmondson from Killing Grace and yesterday.
Yeah, love those guys.
We interviewed him here not long ago, and he said that his manager was like, "You guys better watch out in Nashville because Knoxville's coming from you. They're coming for you." He said that we're starting to get bigger. They're paying attention to us now.
Sweet.
And they're saying we may not have, how did he put it? We don't have the quantity of bands that they do, but the quality of what we have here in Knoxville scares the crap out of me.
Oh,
exactly.
Sure,
And the more we venture out and stomp on their grounds. But the thing is not even to collaborate with them as well.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. Trading shows,
Killing Grace and I, Carla and I worked together with Something Wicked, and now we're talking about Nashville, and it's like you make these connections, you network, and you build friendships, not competitions.
Yep. Yeah, you can't have that.
You make the entire state, not just East Tennessee music scene, but Tennessee music scene, where we can collaborate, we can play their venues, they can play our venues.
Just a music scene.
Yes, just a music scene. We can.
Civil Strife went up to Wisconsin a couple weeks ago, and played their drummer's hometown. And I want to do things like that. I just, I want to go up and play his hometown street festival. That's a goal.
Yeah.
They shut the streets down in upstate New York.
It's the Rosendale Street Festival, and it's big time for music. A lot of musicians go there.
Now, you guys were saying you had the CD and everything. Where can people find that at?
We've got, our website is redvinylgypsies.com. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes. We are on Facebook, Red Vinyl Gypsies. It's Red Vinyl Gypsies all the way.
Well, you guys have anything else to add?
Alex,
You've been very quiet this time.
I've been quiet. I've been letting them do their thing.
We couldn't hold his lips shut last time.
No. We could out-talk anybody.
See, on that group, I'm the singer, so I'm supposed to be talking. On this one, I'm the drummer, so stay back and keep to the beat, But.
We're just glad that he's with us. And, Chris.
And I wish Chris could have been here today. A long, long way to go. We are gonna go. No matter what they say, they don't have to know. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We are on our way, heading out the door. Don't get in our way, or you will hit the floor. 'Cause we are
This has been East Tennessee music scene on the rise with Red Vinyl Gypsies. We are here at the beautiful open chord, and anytime you guys want to subscribe, hit that button. Follow these guys, show up to their shows, and we will see you next time.